What's up, you guys? So the time is 9:04 and I just finished watching the mid-season premiere of Once Upon a Time. So you guys know that I love Once Upon a Time and I love Pretty Little Liars. Those are the two shows that I usually watch, and every now and then I like to give you guys a reaction video because you guys want to know like how I feel about the episode. So before, like back in December, it was the end of the season, well, the mid-season, and we found out that, because that whole season was about Emma Swan being the dark one, and we found out that actually she wasn't the only dark one, that Killian, aka Hook, was also the dark one, and so he sacrificed himself so that way Emma couldn't have the darkness taken out of her and she could be pure again. And then we find out in the end of the episode that actually freaking, what's his name, Gold, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumple, okay? He sat there and played everybody, and he now has all the powers of all the dark ones from the past. So he's like uber powerful, okay? So, at the end of that season, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the underworld and I'm gonna get Hook back. That's Emma speaking, not me, okay? Just clarifying that. So, now we flash forward to today's mid-season return, okay, premiere. And Emma, like, it starts off where Emma falls asleep in her bug and she wakes up and Neil was there. What a nice surprise to see Neil. Neil has a pretty big following. He's loved by many people. He's definitely one of Emma's better exes. And I found it very interesting because they said that they were going to go to hell. And I didn't think beyond just that. So when Neil came and she acts like, where are you? Because apparently hell is like where people go. Well, it's the underworld, but it's not really hell, as we find out in the end of the episode. So, like, people who go there have unfinished business, and they either go straight to hell, or they can actually make it to heaven. And Neil hinted that he was in heaven. Now, something that I found very interesting throughout the episode is that they put a lot of emphasis on the underworld and hell, but never once did they really use the word heaven. And now that I think about it, I don't think they actually use the word... What? Now that I think about it, I don't think they actually use the word hell either. I think they just keep saying the underworld. So now this half season is going to be focused on Hades and Hercules, just like the Disney Hades and Hercules. And disclaimer, I do not like the actor that's playing Hades because I just don't think he's fitting for the part. I think there are plenty of actors that would have done a better job, but that's a side note. So anyway, they're all in the underworld, and, you know, we see the return of Barbara Hershey, who plays Cora. We see the return of Pan. We see the return of Henry, the original Henry Mills, Regina's father. And we kind of see the backstory of what happened, but it's also just a little bit confusing because Cora... So it's Regina's birthday, and, you know, she's obviously after Snow White, and her dream is like to just kill Snow White. And just thumbs up if it gave you life that we saw the evil queen in this episode, because she's so few and far in between in episodes now that when I see her, she gives me life, especially since we don't have Zelina currently, which really sucks, okay? So her father just kept trying to say, Regina, like, you are really, really going to sacrifice your soul if you kill Snow. Like, yes, you killed many people in the past, but you can get redemption for that. If you seek revenge and you fulfill it, you cannot get redemption for that. That's what Regina's dad, the original Henry, was trying to, like, tell her. So he sought out magic through the magic mirror, trying to get, like, Cora to talk to Regina and be like, listen, just tell her what she's doing is wrong, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And Cora was like, no. So Cora came through the mirror, and she followed Henry, who had arranged to meet up with Snow, and stole Snow's heart. Now, let's be honest. Regina had been after Snow's heart for a long time. And Cora did, like, she legit just walked up in there and took the girl's heart in less than a full day. Like, what? So, what Regina ended up doing was Cora gave Regina the heart. Regina was surprised to see Cora. And, you know, she showed in the magic mirror. Henry switched Snow's heart with one of Regina's, like, guardsmen. And Regina was like, you know what, Daddy, I love you, but you are not going to get in the way of my happy ending. And she made him, like, really, really small and put him in a box. And then Cora came in and she showed Cora what she did. And she told Cora that basically when she kills Snow, it's going to be on her own terms. She doesn't need her help. And you know what? I don't need you. So she has the mirror bring Cora back to the magic mirror, like through the magic mirror to go back to Neverland. Wait, is it Neverland? Not Neverland. Down the rabbit's hole to Wonderland. There you go. There's so many effing lands in fairy tale world. Just saying. So she does all that, and, like, Cora, while she's being dragged to the mirror, she was like, you don't know what it's like to be alone, but I'm going to show you. And she snatches the box from Regina's hand that has Henry, her father, and goes through the mirror. And Regina already put a curse on it, so no one can bring her out. And now Regina's just like, oh my gosh, like, my mother is a jerk. She took my father. She took Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Damn. If you follow me on my social media, you would see a lot of damn Daniel puns. Just throwing that out there. But here's what's confusing to me. If Cora took Henry, how was Regina able to take his heart and cast a spell to bring everybody back to Maine? I'm confused. So the rest of the season is apparently about Hercules and Hades and bringing them back. Ending point of the episode, they still have yet to find Hook. The underworld is set up like Maine, and the clock started ticking once the episode ended, just like the very first episode of the very first season. Don't you love it when stuff like that comes to full circle in a way? So I was very captivated by this episode. I really, really, really was. I was captivated by the way that they used, without actually saying heaven and hell. I was captivated with how they brought in Hades, which I felt a little slow because I didn't realize that he was Hades until his hair set on blue fire on his head. I'm thinking he's just Lucifer, which in essence, Hades is Lucifer. So many ways you can say snow, you know what I mean? Whatever. So I just thought that was really interesting. And the episode overall was really good. Like, seeing the evil queen, it gave me the feels. Seeing Regina, the change in her and the interaction that she had with her father. And her father saying to her, this is what I wanted for you. I wanted for you to make things right. I wanted for you to be able to forgive and forget and move on. Like, seeing that interaction. And, like, did anybody else catch when she went to the grave and poured that elixir from wherever that elixir is from, and, like, her father appeared and she looked down and just said, I'm sorry. She couldn't even look him in the eye. That's how humble Regina has come. I love this episode. I felt like it wasn't focused on Hook and Emma. It was focused on Regina and how far she's come, and you know, just that air of always having hope. Now, of course, throughout the episode, even though that was the main focus, we did see clips of obviously what's gonna carry on through this season with Emma and Hook, and not only them, but also with Peter Pan and Rumpelstiltskin, because, you know, that's his dad. So seeing that epidemic unroll, and there's just a lot that I'm very much so looking forward to in this season. I have to say, the Frozen episode, I wasn't thrilled by. It was definitely a disappointing season. Not the episode, the season, of Frozen was very disappointing. And I think it was because at that time, Frozen, and still is, overrated. You know, the whole Let It Go, the whole Elsa, Anna, Snow Queen, Dairy Queen, whatever you want to call it, was just completely overrated. And, you know, it was just too much at the time. But this is more refreshing. And to me, this is getting back to the roots of what was Once Upon a Time. So I loved it. I can't wait to watch it. Please tell me how you felt about it in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. Be sure to stalk my life with all the social medias, which are linked down below. And I'll be seeing you guys in another video soon. Bye!